everyone, this is Karen.
Hey everybody, I'm Shane.
Today we're looking at part 1 of water hyacinth, weed or wonder. And the vocabulary words are weed.
Weed.
Bruce spent the afternoon pulling weeds from his garden.
Basin.
Basin.
The old man walked along the river basin in search of a good fishing spot.
Continent.
Continent.
Asia is the largest continent on the planet.
Oxygen.
Oxygen.
Whales need to come up to the surface of the water to breathe in oxygen.
Mature.
Mature.
Tara has matured a lot over the past year.
She really has.
That's right. So have you.
Thank you very much.
We're talking about something beautiful today.
Yes.
Called the water
hyacinth.
That's right, water hyacinth.
It's a scary word when you read it, right?
Why is it scary?
It just looks scary. Like, I don't think I could pronounce this word. But
You're right, you're right.
Hyacinth, it's not hard to pronounce.
It's not that hard to say, right?
Right.
In fact, it's very beautiful. It's purple and has green leaves.
Ooh.
Beautiful
It's like
flower.
a floating, because there's like air inside of its stems, right? So it kind of floats on top of water.
That's right. And a lot of people think that, wow, it's great to have it in the pond, the lake, on the water, it's great. But little did they know, it might cause some huge problems.
That's right, because it blocks the sunlight from getting underneath the water. And there are a lot of creatures and plants that live underwater.
That's right.
So they can't get sunlight, and then there's so much of this plant.
And also, water hyacinth would eat up all the oxygen the plant and the animals need.
Exactly.
So the animals and the plants will probably die.
It grows so fast. You can have water hyacinth as big as your hand.
That's right.
And then in just a few months, it can grow to up to 600 square meters.
That is crazy. That's like only 3 months it can do that.
Scary.
Wow.
So it is kind of like a weed, right?
That's right. And then I guess it's really beautiful, but it's really hard to get rid of because it produces a lot of seeds.
And yeah, the seed can still grow even a year after, right? Wow. Okay, let's learn more about water hyacinth.
All right, enjoy.
Enjoy.
Water hyacinth, weed or wonder. With big leaves and bright purple flowers, the water hyacinth is a beautiful sight. Air-filled stems on each leaf keep the leaves and flowers above the water like a small floating garden. Its attractive appearance has led to the plant, which is native to the Amazon basin, being introduced around most of the major continents. This has created huge problems in each of these places.
Today's lesson is called Water Hyacinth, Weed or Wonder. Part 1. Hi everyone, my name is Jeff.
And I'm Mike. It is kind of a confusing title. Water hyacinth is a flower.
It's a plant. Yeah.
It's a plant, it's a flower. So the question we're asking about this specific plant and flower is this plant a weed or a wonder? Now, a wonder is something amazing. It's wonderful. It's incredible. It will blow your mind and show you all sorts of amazing new things. A weed, on the other hand, is not amazing. In fact, it's your ultimate enemy if you're a gardener.
Okay.
Well, gardeners generally don't like weeds because weeds are kind of wild plants that will sort of spread naturally just, through the air or through animals, and they'll come into your garden and they'll take over the land and the water, the soil. They'll choke off your beautiful flowers or whatever kind of vegetable or something you might be trying to grow. So gardeners will spend a lot of time pulling up the weeds or weeding their garden. But first, here's the example sentence for the noun weed. Bruce spent the afternoon pulling weeds from his garden, or Bruce spent the afternoon weeding the weeds from his garden, or just weeding his garden. It can be used as a verb.
Anyways, water hyacinths, let's learn all about them now. With big leaves and bright purple flowers, the water hyacinth is a beautiful sight, a sight to behold. Yeah, air-filled stems on each leaf keep the leaves and flowers above the water like a small floating garden. So yes, how do these plants float? Well, apparently They're filled with air, or at least the stems are. How cool.
That is kind of cool. It's like they're wearing their own little life jacket or something like that.
Their life jacket is inside them.
It's inside them. Amazing. So its attractive appearance has led to the plant, which is native to the Amazon basin, being introduced around most of the major continents. So like a lot of plants and animals, over the years, this plant has traveled around the world because people like it, and they took it from where it is native, where it grows naturally or originally in South America around the Amazon River. But now, because gardeners and other people love to bring it and show it to their friends or try to grow it in other parts of the world, now we can find it almost anywhere. But as I said, it began in the Amazon basin.
The Amazon basin. When I think of the Amazon, I think of the Amazon forest, but really what comes to mind is the Amazon River, okay? The Amazon River is huge, okay? Now the area around that river is called the Amazon basin. The Amazon River drains this area. That's the idea behind a basin. A wash basin, let's say, could be a bathtub. It could be a sink. It holds water for a while, and then you pull the drain out, and that water leaves. Now that can work in your bathroom, or it can work in nature as well. Usually a basin is low land that contains water and is usually drained by something like a river. Anyways, that's what the Amazon basin is. Let's go ahead and look at an example sentence for the noun basin. The old man walked along the river basin in search of a good fishing spot.
Let's talk about this word continent. A continent, this is a noun, and it's a very large land mass. Many countries will make up a continent in the world. There are 7 continents: North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Australia, and Antarctica.
And you won't find water hyacinths there.
Probably not.
That's why
in
they said that
Antarctica.
they spread to major continents, not minor continents like Antarctica.
Yeah, and it's because it's really cold there, and
it's
probably not a lot of gardening going on in Antarctica.
Not a lot.
But of course, we live in the continent of Asia. The continent of Europe is to the west, and North America is over there to the east. So there are big continents in the world. They're just large land masses made up of many different countries. For example, Asia is the largest continent on the planet, and I bet you can find a water hyacinth or two in Asia.
Yes. When we're talking about major continents, we have to mention Asia. It's huge. It's the biggest of the continents. Anyways, the water hyacinth, it has spread all over the place.
And it's beautiful.
And it's beautiful.
Beautiful.
But this has created huge problems in each of these places.
What? I thought it was beautiful and people love it.
Beautiful, flowery, it floats.
Great. No problem.
It has also caused huge problems. So maybe, just maybe, the water hyacinth is a weed and not a wonder. Anyways, we'll get to the bottom of this soon, but for now, we have to take a break.
But it's beautiful.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。今天的课文标题是 Water Hyacinth, Weed or Wonder。其中这个 Water Hyacinth 就是指布袋莲。那么 weed 这个字，它可以当名词来指杂草、野草，也可以当动词来表达除草。麦老师刚刚说啊，对园丁花匠们来说，杂草是终极敌人。老师用到 ultimate 这个形容词 ，ultimate，ultimate 就是形容终极的或是最终的。好，布袋莲呢有着大片的叶子，还有亮紫色的花朵。那它的茎充满了空气，让叶子跟花朵可以浮在水面上。当你看到一整片的布袋莲，就好像是看到一座小型的漂浮花园，是一个很美丽的景色。这样老师用到这个 a sight to behold。其中的 behold 表示看到、看见，那 a sight to behold 就表示是令人印象深刻或是值得一看的事物。好，课文接着提到，由于布袋莲的迷人外表，使这种原生于亚马逊河流域的植物被引进到大部分的主要大陆，分布在世界各地。不过呢，却在每个地方都产生了大问题。好，这边有2个单字 basin， 它可以用来指流域、盆地，像文中的 The Amazon Basin 就表示亚马逊河流域。那么 continent continent 它表示大陆或者是州。Mike 老师在解释单字时用到 landmass。landmass 表示大陆或是陆地板块，它是拼作 landmass。好，那老师还有列举了7大洲，这边顺便帮同学们补充一下，南极洲的英文是 Antarctica。好，这个就是拼作 Antarctica。接回到课文中。
Water hyacinth, weed or wonder. The water hyacinth has been called the fastest growing plant in the world. Over just one season, a plant the size of your hand can grow into a sprawling patch of more than 600 square meters. These mats block light from reaching the water below, ruining habitats for water-dwelling animals. The water hyacinth also eats up oxygen in the water that other plants and animals need, and leaves lots of dead plant parts in the water over time.
Water hyacinth, weed or wonder, friend or foe? Let's start exploring these questions. Now, the water hyacinth has been called the fastest growing plant in the world, or people could say that water hyacinths are among the fastest growing plants on planet Earth. But just how fast do they grow? Let's answer this question right now. Over just one season, a plant the size of your hand can grow into a sprawling patch of more than 6 square meters.
No,
60 square meters.
not quite.
600 square meters?
Yes, one plant
Wow.
to 600 square meters in a summer. One
A single
summer.
growing season.
Or
yeah.
something like that. I'm getting the problem here. It might be beautiful, but man, it grows super fast. And of course, that is going to take a lot of the other good things in the water away from other plants and animals. It just comes in and takes over. These mats, they call them mats. It's a big island.
A big patch
a
or
big
a mat,
patch
yeah.
or island of water hyacinth. These mats, 600 square meters wide or large, these mats block light from reaching the water below, ruining habitats for water-dwelling animals. So you have these beautiful, healthy water hyacinths on the top, but these dead brown river and lake plants underneath, they're brown and dead because they're not getting sun anymore. The water hyacinth are blocking it.
The water hyacinth also eats up oxygen in the water that other plants and animals need and leaves lots of dead plant parts in the water over time. So there you go, I wasn't joking. It kind of eats up or breathes in all of the good air as well. Now, is it taking air from the atmosphere? No, it's removing that air from the water. Now, more on good air. The part of the air that we need in order to live. That part of the air that we breathe in and that we need in order to live is called oxygen. That's the noun. For example, whales need to come up to the surface of the water to breathe in oxygen. They need that good air.
Absolutely. It's very important for basically every living thing. And when the light or the oxygen or both are stolen away, it makes life in those lakes and ponds very, very difficult. Let's take a break and then we'll be back with more from the killer water hyacinth.
我们在池塘看到一整片布袋莲，虽然很美，可是其实这种植物在许多地方都产生了大问题。Charles 老师刚刚问了一句 friend or foe， 就是在问说他是朋友还是敌人呢？像我们中文也会这样问，是敌是友。好，那么课文提到说，布袋莲被称为世界上生长最快速的植物，只需要1个季节的时间，它就可以从手掌大的一株植物长成面积超过600平方公尺、绵延不绝的一大片。哎，同学们有概念吗？600平方公尺大约是180平。哎，它的繁殖能力也太强了吧！好，这边有2个补充单字 ，sprawl， 它可以用来表达这个植物的蔓生啊、蔓延这样子。那么像文中它是用现在分词 sprawling 来形容四处蔓延的。好，再来看 patch。 patch 它可以指一小块一片，像土地的一小块这样子。好，那么课文接着提到说，这样一大片的布袋莲会阻挡阳光穿透到底下水面，会破坏水生动物的栖息地，而且布袋莲也会耗尽水中的氧气，那其他动植物就没办法生存了。好，单字 oxygen 就表示氧气，那么 habitat 它可以用来指生物的栖息地或是繁殖地。接话课文中。
Water hyacinth, weed or wonder. Getting rid of this eye-catching plant is difficult because it produces many, many seeds, which can survive for years before maturing into a full-grown plant. People may think they've killed all the plants in one pond, only to see the weed pop back up a year later from these hidden seeds.
All right, more on the water hyacinths. Getting rid of this eye-catching plant is difficult because it produces many, many seeds, which can survive for years before maturing into a full-grown plant. So yes, not only do water hyacinths multiply quickly, they also produce a lot of seeds. And these seeds don't necessarily become plants right away. They can survive, not as plants, as seeds for years before they actually grow into a full-grown plant. So once you've gotten rid of all the water hyacinth, you think you've gotten rid of the problem. No, there are still those seeds there, and they could just pop right up and bloom themselves.
Because you would think you could just go onto the lake in a boat or whatever and just drag that mat out of the lake, and there you go, your problem solved. But those little seeds are hiding, and it says they can survive for years, through winters and other summers and then winters again, before maturing into a full-grown plant. Basically, they'll come back, and they'll come back to be growing and eventually mature, and there's your problem. It's back again. To mature, this verb means to age, basically to grow and change as you age. As people mature, they get taller, they get hair on their faces if they're men, their bodies change, their voices change, they go from children into adults and then into old age. It's part of life. But as people mature, trees mature, cheeses mature, they change over time as they go from a younger state to an older state. It's part of the life cycle of every living thing. For example, Tara has matured a lot over the past year. She's gone from being kind of a young girl type person to more of a young adult type person, a young woman.
She has matured.
Yeah.
Anyways, people may think they've killed all the plants in one pond only to see the weed pop back up a year later from these hidden seeds.
It's like a horror movie where there's the bad guy and you think he's dead, and then right at the end his eyes pop open and he's back.
And it's beautiful.
It's
that guy's not beautiful, but the water hyacinth, it comes back and it's terrible, but it's also kind of beautiful. But here, the question still remains. Friend or foe? Wonder or weed? Now, right now, it sounds like a weed to me, but maybe there's something good to be had when it comes to water hyacinths. Okay, folks, let's end today's lesson, but when we come back, we'll learn some more next time about water hyacinth.
你也许会认为除去那一大片的布袋莲应该不难吧，把它整片吼起来，把它捞起来不就好了吗？不过其实布袋莲会产生很多很多种子，这些种子在长成成熟的植物之前，它可以存活好几年哦。所以当你以为你已经把整个池子里面的植物都铲除了，结果1年后你又看到那种杂草呢，会从那些隐藏的种子当中突然又长回来，就好像电影里面那种很强的坏蛋怎么打都打不死一样。好，那我们最后来看单字 mature。mature 这个动词表示成熟、长成或是趋于成熟、发育成熟。这个动词呢，可以用来描述人或是事物。那么像 cheese 的成熟，它的熟成，我们也可以用 mature 来表达。好，那么以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。大家好，我是 Hanny， 欢迎收看我们的文法单元。今天要介绍的文法重点有4个。第一个是 lead to 加受词加上动词 ing。 第二个是 which 引导关系子句的非限定用法。第三个是 only to 加原形动词。第四个是 see 加受词加原形动词。好，我们先来学 lead to 受词加上动词 ing。lead to 就表示导致、引发。那么 lead to 加上受词，再搭配一个动词 ing， 就可以表达说导致、致使或是造成什么什么做某事。举例来说 ，Mia's passion for helping others led to her becoming a social worker。米娅那一份助人的热忱，促使她成为一名社工。好，接着来学 which 引导关系子句的非限定用法。which 当关系代名词，可以引导子句去修饰它前方的事物，也就是先行词。当这个先行词是明确特定的事物时，就不需要限定范围了。那这时候 which 关系子句的功能就是要补充说明先行词，那必须用逗号把这个关系子句隔开，那这就是非限定用法咯。举例来说 ，Jessie's new phone which she bought last week just fell into the toilet. Jessie 的新手机刚刚掉进马桶里了。那只手机是她上个礼拜买的。天哪，好惨哦！好，那如果先把关系子句遮住不看 ，Jessie's new phone just fell into the toilet， 意思是 Jessie 的新手机刚刚掉进马桶里。那这样的句子没有错，我们只是用 Jessie's new phone 来当先行词，后面接一个关系子句。which she bought last week 来补充说明说 Jessie 的新手机是上个礼拜买的，这时候记得要用逗号把 which 关系子句隔开哦，那这样就是非限定用法了。好，接着来学 only to 加原形动词。only to 加原形动词，它是指不料却怎么样，那是用来表达结果出乎意料，令人惊讶或是失望，那它必须接在句子的后面。举例来说 Ben reached into his pocket for his keys, only to realize he had left them at the office. Ben 把手伸进口袋拿钥匙，结果却发现他把钥匙留在办公室了。好，那最后来学 see 加受词加原形动词。see 当感官动词表示看到、看见。那么 see 加受词加原形动词就表示看到某事物怎么样怎么样，那这是用来强调有看到完整的过程或是看到某个事实。举例来说 She saw Ian walk out of the teacher's office. 她看到 Ian 从教室办公室走出来，不知道是不是做了什么坏事被老师叫去办公室骂。好，不管怎么样，这边呢我们就是在强调说她有看到这个事实。好，那么以上是今天重点整理，我们下次见喽，拜拜。
欢迎来到
Welcome to start again.
OK， 欢迎来到 English in Action. I'm Holly.
Welcome to English in Action. I'm Shane.
OK， 你刚就是弄得这么乱，你等一下要不要吃饭？请我吃饭。
不大可能。Sorry.
不要哦，好啦，我们要不要进对话？
Yeah， 不大可能。
什么啦？
我们还没有说主题是什么啊？
主题是
不大可能。
可以进对话吗？
可以。
Do you think you'll have time to help me later?
Sorry, that's next to impossible. I'll be playing video games online all day.
男生跟电动。
Sorry, it's very important to me. So it's impossible to help you. Okay, it's just next to impossible. Of course I could help you.
就只有在旁边一滴滴哦。
Yeah,
所以
just
impossible 就是不可能。
Yeah.
可是呢 ，next to impossible 就是不可能的旁边一点点。
旁边一点，
所以几率还是有一点点的，对不对？
还是有可能会，可是真的
已经几乎不可能。
Yeah, don't think about that. Okay, so that's next to impossible, or you could say that's highly unlikely.
Okay, so highly 就是非常的，那 unlikely 就是不太会发生。
How unlikely? unlikely to hear.
对。
Highly unlikely.
不是 lowly unlikely， 我是 highly unlikely。
So likely 就是 means 有可能会发生，
对
right? So unlikely 是相反的意思。
对
Okay, or you could say there's little hope of that.
哦，所以 hope 就是希望，然后
只有一
little
点点
希望只有这样子，
好的，多少？
这样。
对，差不多。
所以只有这一点点的希望，所以其实根本就没有。
So if you want help with your English, it's very possible, right? It's very possible. It's very likely. There's a lot of hope of that.
Yes，
You just need to
靠我们
就对了。
That's next to impossible.
That's next to impossible.
That's highly unlikely.
That's highly unlikely.
There's little hope of that.
There's little hope of that.